Out with the old and in with the new on the 2025 and 2026 Kia Sportage. We're going to go ahead, dive in, and show you guys a real quick look on what the old one looks like versus the new one. Here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Let's dive in, not waste your guys' time. Just don't forget to like and subscribe, please. We truly need it and appreciate it. A shout out to Roseville Kia here at the Roseville, California Auto Mall for providing us these vehicles for this walk around. And also, guys, if you got something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us, we'll talk details later. So the 2025 Kia Sportage, okay? What do we see that we get different from the old versus the new? Well, complete revised front fascia, starting with the fenders, the headlights, the front bumper, and the grille look, all right? The powertrain's still the same. You get three different options. 2.5 liter naturally aspirated engine with a 8-speed automatic transmission pushing 178 horsepower with 187 pounds-feet of torque. You get the hybrid option coming in at 225 horsepower with a 6-speed transmission. And then you get the plug-in hybrid option that was coming in at 261 horsepower with still the same exact 1.6 liter 4-cylinder turbo with a 6-speed automatic transmission as the hybrid, okay? Now, if we come over to the new one, as you guys can see, the front fenders, the complete different taillights, the grille change, as well as the front bumpers. Now, everyone, these are X-Line trims. Wanted you guys to know that as well. But you're getting stacked LED headlight system here, along with the difference in the amber hazards, completely different. Look at the hazards here versus the hazards here, okay? Also, daytime running light here. As you guys can see, they kind of flop that design over to the outside. If we drop down to the bumpers, completely different. We do not have the active brake vents on the new one, but you still have the active brake vents here. So as we come over to the lower grills, complete different shapes on the trims and the matte lower grill, as well as here you get the LED fog lights. Now this does come with the add-on package. This has a tech package, so take that in mind. Then we come over to the lower grill to complete different design. Upper grills, complete different here and here. Way different. And if you have to ask me which one I like better, I have to say I like the 2026 model. Again, it's all preference. Now dropping over to the wheel area, you're gonna have some different wheel designs on the new one, all right? This is a 235/55/19 versus on the old one a 235/55/19. They're still running the Kumos and the Grugin HP71, so exact same rubber, but again, just the design on that rim is different, all right? Suspension systems, the front McPherson strut suspension system's the same. Now, before I continue, I wanted to mention that the 2.5 liter on the new one still comes exactly same horsepower and torque with the 8-speed automatic transmission. Where they give you more oomph is to your hybrid and plug-in hybrid systems. On the hybrid, non-plug-in, you're getting an extra about 5 horsepower, which puts it at 231 horsepower. And then on the plug-in hybrid, you're getting a total of 268 horsepower, okay? Want to mention that so I don't forget. Over to the side mirrors, exact same side mirrors, nothing different. If we come over to the doors, again, guys, nothing changed from the fenders back, all right? Look at the trims, exactly over to the smart access keyless fob entry, over to the rear doors, exactly the same. Up top roof rails with the panoramic glasses, exactly the same, guys. Dimensions, exactly the same. So if you guys are familiar, let me go ahead and pull out my handy dandy phone here and tell you guys the dimensions so you guys get an idea. Well, dimensions on both, 184 inches in length, 73 inches in width, 65 inches in height. Again, if you have the front wheel drive, it's 65. If you have the all-wheel drive, it's going to put you into the 66 height. And then the wheelbase, 108.5 inch wheelbase, and ground clearance is 7.1 for the front wheel drive and 8.3 for the all-wheel drive. All right. Now, the only thing that changed back here, see the taillights? Taillight design is the same exact shape, but they just put a different upgraded design on the headlight system on the 2026. Then we drop down to the bumper fascias, different, the cuts and angles are still the same, but if we drop down to the bezel and trim area, this is what changes here, okay? So get a look at that. But everything else remains the same. Now let's go ahead and pop open the cargo so you guys can believe us with regards to the cargo. Cargo is exactly the same, nothing different, all right? We just have on the 2026, we have a tech upgrade, which has the Harman Kardon subwoofer. But again, both of them come with the spare tire, 2025 and 2026, 12-volt outlet with the levers here to drop those back rest. Again, same exact thing on the 2026, so you guys get an idea. Spare tire, Come over, subwoofer. That's the only thing that's different because of that tech package, and a 12-volt outlet with the handles here. All right. Now, guys, the cargo area, let's go ahead and give you guys a quick measurement for both. Just if you guys are in the market, 39 inches behind the second row seat. We go over to about the center console area or the first row, depending on where that seat is, about 75 inches, 6 feet 3 inches. And in between, about 40 to 41 inches. Height, about 31 inch on the height. Okay, that's similar to both. We're just measuring so you guys get an idea. 40 cubic feet of space with the second row seat up. Dropping down the second row puts you in the 70s of cubic feet of space. Other than that, with regards to exterior, nothing else has changed with regards to the facelift. Let's go ahead and show you guys what they did onto the interior side. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. A real quick look on what they refreshed inside the 2026 Sportage. Now, we're sitting in the 2025 X-Line. Let's go ahead and show you guys what they refreshed. The stitching patterns are completely refreshed. Come over to the dashboard. Now, they claim that there's a complete new, different dashboard. Honestly, they made some minute differences with regards to this inlays here, as well as this cut in this vent piece here. They placed it a little bit more forward. And then the stitching pattern on the dashboard is going to be looking slightly different with regards to here and here. Come over to the screens. The screens were extended over this area to about right here, okay? So this little lump or hump in the dashboard is now covered by the new screens, so that's going to be completely different. Then we come over to the center console. Your tech looks different, a little bit more clean, minimalist look in the 2026. 12-volt outlet is placed in the center console instead of here by your USB-C and A plug-in. The wireless charging pad does look like a different design a little bit. Shift lever, completely different design, as well as these buttons here are slightly different design. If we come over to the steering wheel is different completely with a flat bottom and flat top 2026 standard steering wheel with complete different design, I have to say. And then we come over to the side. We got the air vents slightly different on the air vents, okay? But other than that, that's pretty much exactly what they're saying. That they changed. The interface itself had changed too. So that's a big difference as well. I like the new interface. It just looks like more of a clean, modern look. I'm going to show you guys that. Let's go ahead and shoot over to the second row seating, show you guys if anything changed, and then jump into the 2026. Now, again, the stitching changed back here as well. If we come over up top to the reading lights, instead of a hard push button, they're touch-sensitive lights up top on your right and the left. But everything else, exactly the same. Hardbacks, USB-C plugins, the hook here for accessories and your pockets, along with your air vents here in the back of the center console and a cubby room. Pretty much the same. Now let's jump inside the 2026. Now inside the 2026, take a look at the stitching into the 2026, as well as in front of that passenger seat. Remember that big inlay trim? Well, a little bit more simplified, cleaner look here on the inlay trim. This vent was cut from back here to up here, all right? And remember I told you guys about that extended screen that actually extends over that lump here. It actually cuts off right there. So again, that's what I think that's very similar. They honestly just changed the screens. Over to the stitching. Remember I told you guys the stitching kind of changed, as well as the pieces here. In the 2026, heads-up display does come optional if you want a heads-up display. So keep that in mind. If we come over to the center console, remember the USB-C plugins. Your 12-volt outlet is now in the center console. So all right, no USB-A plug-in. Wireless charging pad does look different on the design. Shift lever, completely different, as well as your buttons here, okay? So they just kind of changed them up a little bit. 12-volt outlet here. And then we come over to the keys. The keys are different. All right, a newer key. We come over to the steering wheel. Remember I told you guys about the steering wheel? Flat bottom, flat top, way better looking steering wheel, I have to say, in the 2026. And the drive modes are here on the steering wheel instead of down here where they used to be in the 2025. Then we come over to the interfaces. Interfaces are completely different, way better looking, cleaner interface. In the 2026s, you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, standard. All right, you get the Series XM here in the X-Line. Then we come over to the cluster, different cluster interface as well. You can actually change that theme. Let me go ahead and show you guys that real quick so it doesn't fool you guys. And we could go over to the simple as well, okay? Now, if we come over to the driver side of the steering wheel, we have different vent. Remember that big old ugly vent here, but now it's just kind of a sleek design on the vent. And then the door panels, nothing changed on the door panels, okay? Wanted to mention that as well. Up top, remember, instead of hard buttons, these are touch sensitive, so that's something slightly different. Now though, let's go ahead and shoot over to the second row seating now that I'm done with the first. Now the second row seating, the stitching here, and the touch sensitive light. That there are still hard buttons back here. Well, that was my mistake. So both come 2025 and 2026 hard button lighting system here. Everything else is exactly the same. So guys, now as we like to do at Vagabond Builds here at our channel with James and Sandy, we like to drop the MSRP stickers first to the 2025. Here it goes, coming in at $32,290. And then an extra $700 on the new one, the 2026, coming in at $32,990 on the X-Line trim versus the X-Line trim. Don't take into consideration the added packages between the videos right now because, again, you can add more things to any car. It's up to you if your pocket allows it. We just wanted to bring you guys a 2025 old versus a 2026 refresh look. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Keep watching, stay tuned. We have more cool car reviews and car products coming. Thank you and God bless.